Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. This morning, Tomah Health Community Foundation made a donation to support local families in need. The foundation presented its contribution to the Caring Closet, a nonprofit organization that helps foster families in the Tomah area. The donation was announced during a media event this morning at the Caring Closet's location on Superior Avenue. Founded in 2020, the Caring Closet provides essential items like clothing, diapers, and school supplies to foster families. Today kicks off day 2 of Country Boom 2024 in West Salem. The 3-day festival, founded in 2018, brings big-name country artists to the Coulee region while supporting local nonprofits. Some notable artists performing tonight include Riley Green, Rodney Atkins, and a local artist, Bryce Tomaszewski. Some attendees say they come for more than just the music.
We love the music. We love the music, but afterwards, when the music shuts down, we got a little bit of time to have a little bit of fun in the campground. So.
The festivities continue today and tomorrow at Maple Grove venues in West Salem. Free shuttles are available to West Salem middle and high schools, as well as the Valley View Mall. And it's not too late to get your tickets. We'll have a link to that on our website and other digital platforms.
Well, fantastic weather expected for them. In fact, well, maybe a few showers and storms coming in later on Saturday. Hey, we have again the possibility of weekend storms coming in that will last all the way into Monday and Tuesday. Hot and humid conditions rolling in. In fact, those 90s will feel like a 85 to at least 95 to 100 degrees on your skin from the morning hours into the afternoon. Take a look right now, though. Current temperatures today already widespread in the 80s. We have some 70s down to the south, though. We'll also see dew points holding on to at least 66 degrees, so getting up to those mid to upper 60s right now. Getting a little humid out there. And the observed winds, well, they're starting to pick up as well, at least from 5 miles per hour to at least 13 miles per hour. We'll have more of that coming up for you in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. We'll see you in a bit. Nearly all AT&T cell phone customers have been impacted by a massive breach. The telecom company says the compromised data includes tens of millions of customers' phone numbers from 2022. Customers' personal information and the contents of their calls or texts were not exposed. AT&T has promised to notify those impacted. The company says its data was illegally downloaded from its workspace on a third-party cloud platform. At least one person has been arrested. The FBI says AT&T learned about the breach in April, but delayed disclosing it publicly because of the potential national security and public safety risks. President Biden wrapped up the NATO summit in Washington with a solo press conference, but the question centered more around the president's campaign run than foreign policy, as he continues to lose support from some congressional Democrats. Willie James Inman has more details from the White House.
President Biden held a rare press conference Thursday and declared again he will be the Democratic nominee, taking on Donald Trump for the White House.
I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again.
The president spent about an hour answering questions from reporters, mostly focused on his fitness to serve.
Presidency is the most straining job in the world, and it's 24/7. How can you say you'll be up for that next year, in 2 years, in 4 years?
I just got to pace myself a little more. Pace myself.
White House aides and supporters say they believe the president knocked it out of the park.
He was at his best yesterday. I mean, he is most comfortable when he's talking about policy. On foreign policy, frankly, he was more substantive than 90% of people in Congress.
But the president's responses were not flawless.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Immediately after the event, several more Democratic lawmakers called on Biden to exit the race.
The numbers, the trajectory, what Americans feel in their bones right now suggest not only that Joe Biden would lose this race, but that he or we would lose the Senate and the House.
Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries met with President Biden Thursday night and conveyed concerns from some of his members. CBS News has learned dozens of lawmakers are considering calling on Biden to drop out over the next few days. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden is headed back to the campaign trail today, making his pitch to voters in the battleground state of Michigan. Former President Trump has no public events scheduled today, and he still considers who will be his vice presidential nominee. As some Democrats are questioning their nominee, Republicans are rallying around theirs. Former President Donald Trump will be nominated at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee next week, and Biden's insistence on staying in this race is welcome news for the Trump campaign, which is eager for a rematch. The only X factor for Republicans is who Trump will choose as his running mate, and he may wait until the convention starts to make that decision, ceding the spotlight over the weekend to the Democrats' struggles. The top contenders for the pick are North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and Senators J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. Is your favorite snack getting too pricey? Coming up, how big brands are finally feeling the heat from fed-up consumers and the salty truth about those snack prices. That's next.
Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
How do you hold the phone and text? Anyone using swipe to text is most likely millennial. And
so inefficient.
If you can quickly and accurately type with only one hand, using only the thumb, the person assumes this is Gen Z.
It's funny.
He notes that people type by tapping with their two thumbs until they reach their 50s.
Oh.
And then they start incorporating their index finger. So that's the pointer finger.
That's my dad.
And you hold that phone, you're going to squint a little bit.
Shout out, Dad.
And you're going to peck at it.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to your business, off is not an option. Off means time and money lost. To move forward and grow, you need to be on time, on budget, so you can come out on top. Batteries Plus has the national scale to fulfill all your battery and power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business. Visit one of our 700+ stores today.
When you're injured in an accident, one mistake could cost you a lot of money.
Nobody knows bikers and the law like Hupy and Abraham.
They know how to get you all the money that you deserve.
It costs nothing for you to contact Hupy and Abraham, and they will never take a fee unless they win your case.
They got me way more than I thought I would get. Hupy and Abraham mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area. When you install solar panels on your property, you're protecting your future. You'd be surprised to learn how much energy you'll collect and how much money you'll save, whether you're considering a small roof mount system or large ground mount system. It doesn't cost you anything to find out if solar panels are right for you. Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy. Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
Welcome back. Dollar General will pay a $12 million penalty to the Labor Department to settle claims of worker safety violations. The Labor Department says the discount retailer will also implement more protocols, including hiring additional safety managers and improving stocking to prevent blocked exits and unsafe storage. Say goodbye to Redbox. After over 2 decades, the company's DVD and video game rental kiosks are going away. Redbox parent company Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment filed for bankruptcy. More than 20,000 Redbox machines were in operation around the country, though the company had been in decline for years due to the rise of streaming services. And Southwest is hoping to see more Swifties on board this fall. The airline says it's adding extra flights to accommodate fans traveling to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour concerts in Miami and New Orleans in October. Inflation fatigue is hitting the snack food market, prompting retailers to lower prices. Frito-Lay parent company PepsiCo says it's weighing cost-cutting for a number of its brands. This after seeing revenues dip in its second quarter amid price increases. The average price for a bag of potato chips has gone up 30% in the past 4 years, from just over $5 to $6.50. Not only have companies been raising prices, but in some cases they're also cutting the size of the product to save on cost. That's a trend known as shrinkflation. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
At Driven to Clean, our goal is fast, efficient cleaning of your trash bins and dumpsters. Our high-powered wash system and autonomous trucks kill almost 99% of all bin bacteria, using 200-degree pressurized water to blast away germs and residue. We come the day after trash or recycling pickup for residential services and pre-schedule for commercial. Once completed, you'll have the cleanest bins around. Check out our plans and pricing at driventoclean.com.
Our democracy is under attack by right-wing extremism. In Congress, I'll have the experience to fight back and strengthen voter rights to uphold the will of the people. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because democracy is worth defending.
Wisconsin is a battleground state, and as the election year heats up, you can expect more from News 8. All next week, we will be live at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Stay with us on air, in your hand, or online for fair coverage of Wisconsin politics.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
There's new research on ways to lower your risk of getting cancer. In a groundbreaking new cancer study, researchers at the American Cancer Society estimate 44% of all cancer deaths among adults 30 and older in the U.S. could be linked to lifestyle risks that can be changed. The most impactful is cigarette smoke. Others include excess body weight, alcohol consumption, physical inactivity, and diet.
And so in some ways, it's a lot of common sense, but in other ways, it's recognizing that these important lifestyle factors, which have historically been associated with improving heart disease risk and diabetes risk, now we're actually attributing to reducing cancer risk as well.
Health experts say one easy way to prevent cervical cancer and cancers of the tongue and throat is getting vaccinated against HPV. But data shows only 38% of children are vaccinated against that virus. According to the American Cancer Society, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. Nearly 1 in 10 pregnant women who get COVID will develop long COVID. Those are the findings of a study by the University of Utah Health. This could be because immune systems in pregnant people don't react as strongly to infections. Prior research has found catching COVID while pregnant increases the risk of complications, hospitalizations, and death. British researchers say AI can help drastically speed up heart scans. They used an intelligent computer model to examine MRI scans of the heart. Data shows it analyzed the scans in just seconds, while it typically takes doctors 45 minutes. The study's authors say this could save doctors time and lead to better treatment. And people recently diagnosed with diabetes who have sleep issues are more likely to have damaged blood vessels. Researchers in Denmark found diabetics who got less than 7 hours of sleep or more than 9 hours of sleep were both at risk. Damage to small blood vessels are major contributors to complications linked to type 2 diabetes. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has a warning for drivers who purchased a used car. Check your airbags. The agency says cheap, substandard replacement airbag inflators were tied to 3 deaths and 2 life-altering injuries in the past year. The faulty airbag parts are typically imported and don't adhere to quality standards. The NHTSA says the airbags may deploy partially or too slow, or they can send large metal fragments into the drivers' and passengers' chests, necks, eyes, and faces. Those were some of the day's top health headlines. Here's a live look now outside from CityCam 8. Art is in next with a look at our forecast.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Do you suffer from burning pain, coldness, numbness, tingling in your hands, legs, or feet, and worst of all, balance problems? Have you been told you have peripheral neuropathy? Stop what you are doing, because there is help in a healthy way. We see physicians across the country throw a drug cocktail approach at this condition, getting minimal, if any, relief while neuropathy progresses toward being confined to walkers and wheelchairs due to amputations and disabilities. Drugs like gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, or opioids are designed to hide neuropathy but not fix it, and often come with dangerous side effects. Finally, there's a proven path to recovery that thousands of patients just like you have experienced. Our breakthrough, non-invasive neuropathy treatment is supported by FDA-cleared technologies based on published clinical evidence, creating a 99% satisfaction rating. More exciting, our patients enjoy our home therapy to conveniently accelerate healing. If you want your health freedom back, don't choose to suffer any longer. Call now. Spots are limited to the first 20 callers. Call today so we can help in a healthy way.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Well, welcome back. Your local weather here. Weekend showers on the way. We could see some storms associated with that as well, and they could be severe by nature. How about this, though? Hot and humid conditions also going for your weekend, where the 90s start rolling in, and it's going to feel pretty warm on your skin as well. That humidity is going to be a bear. All right, so early next week, we still pick up some more storms going into Monday and Tuesday. However, we'll start to see them kind of cool down a little bit by the time we get into Tuesday. For now, the energy across the United States is starting to build. You can see it in Canada as well as portions of the Dakotas and getting closer. We'll also be picking up the possibility of light rainfall today, maybe or not, because it's looking pretty dry. It's been like that all morning. And maybe a few storms will drop through as we get into about the 5 a.m. hour in the morning for Saturday. And of course, as I mentioned, we'll see some of those for early next week going into Sunday as well and into Monday and Tuesday. Take a peek here as we get into it. Right now, you'll see those storms kind of showers pop up first as we go to the 5 p.m. in the morning on for today. And then once we get into Saturday, you're looking at some showers popping up around the 6 a.m. hour down to the south by Boscoville. Clouds start to fill in, and then we'll see the big storm start to move in Saturday around the noon hour. Now, this has changed up a little bit. It'll start off at Ladysmith working to Eau Claire and then eventually work its way down a little bit closer to us with the second batch coming in behind it with a little bit of bowing associated with this as well. Through Ladysmith, through Eau Claire, right down into areas by Winona, getting into Black River Falls, and then you'll see it kind of move into and brush La Crosse. That's skips through and starts heading out. Now that's by the 7 o'clock hour, so that's 2 hours of rainfall making its move, with another batch right behind it coming out of Minneapolis, and that continues to stretch out over to Eau Claire, and eventually it's going to pop in some of that rainfall down to Rochester as well. Then you're going to see the storms kind of split out in almost 4 different directions there, and some of those, as they head out more so to the lakes, they're going to start to pick up more steam, and heavier rainfall will start to ensue there. But we're also going to pick up that storm coming out of Minneapolis to Ladysmith, working its way down. So you notice a lot of this is going to hit the north, then work its way down to the central, and then up and out. That seems to be the pattern that we're experiencing, or will experience. By the time we get into Sunday, you're seeing more of this come in around the 3 a.m. hour. It's going to be more widespread, this one going more to the east and dropping down to the south, but we'll get clipped by that. Then you see some spotty storms coming in by 5 a.m. on Sunday, with eventually a breakdown to at least clearing skies, to some storms popping in. We go through Sunday as drier air starts to come in from Canada. We'll start to see this kind of filter in as we go right down into Sunday by 10 p.m. A few clouds start to sneak in, maybe a little patchy fog rolling in for Monday, and then we'll see the possibility of some more showers and storms rolling in again. In fact, you'll see as we get into Saturday, we're under a slight risk for severe weather. That'll bring in at least large hail, high winds, and particularly maybe some flooding as well. Maybe a couple of tornadoes could spin up. Sunday's more of a marginal risk for severe weather. That'll also usher in the high winds and the large hail, maybe a funnel cloud, maybe just a tornado spin up or so. We'll see by Monday more storms start to roll in. You'll see them pick up again wide in nature, with more storms coming in from Eau Claire to La Crosse by the 3 o'clock hour. That'll go more widespread across Wisconsin, back out there by Green Bay, and again picking up more steam there. Then those winds start to come down south and start to put in more of a zonal flow for our wind flow down to the south. You can see it more west to east, and then that starts to quiet that down again with drier air coming in. Finishing out, you'll look at rainfall totals. Maybe, remember this morning, it was up to 1.5 inches for most of the areas to the north and down to the central area, but it is now down to 1/2 inch. By the time we get into Tuesday, we're looking at probably about another few hundredths of an inch to at least 1/4 inch. Highs today, we're looking at 85 to 88 degrees for us. Then we get into at least Saturday, we're looking at up to 90 degrees with a little bit of rainfall falling in. Take a look here as we roll right into the next few rolls here. We're looking at higher temperatures for the weekend. They start to continue into Monday, and then by Tuesday they begin to drop down, and that cool air starts to finish out the remainder of the week with more sunshine.
Yeah, at least we've got some relief in sight. Thank you, Art. Coming up, we'll show you how some clever commuters are making a splash on their way to work and the good cause behind it.
It's the 50th anniversary sale at Home Seasonal Concepts with over $1 million in prize giveaways. Register in-store and at homefurniture.com. Plus, get up to 15% off sale prices on the best selection of porch and patio in the Midwest during the 50th anniversary sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
You're worried about someone falling. Scary for them and you. When you check out fall detection solutions, you should definitely check out Nomo. Nomo is better with 6 layers of protection. Wear a sensor and detect a potential fall automatically. Put alert buttons in high-risk areas like the shower. The hub has an alert button and detects motion, or in case of a potential fall, lack of motion. So do the satellites. Put them in high traffic areas. And because Nomo detects normal motion, you spot changes in normal life in the Nomo app. Or set custom triggers and alerts. Potential fall detection? Absolutely, Nomo does that, but Nomo does more. For about $1 a day. No more, worry less with Nomo. Nomo Smart Care. N-O-M-O Smart Care.
You can tell it's the dog days of Christmas. Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls puts a little snowman in your summer with the Dog Days of Christmas giveaway. Stuffing your stocking with a share of $20,000 cash. We're celebrating Christmas in the summertime with cash drawings on August 31st. Pick up a free drawing entry today. Earn bonus entries playing slots or table games. And on Saturday, August 31st, you could unwrap some cold cash. It's the Dog Days of Christmas at Ho-Chunk Gaming. See the Rewards Club for details. Must be 21 or over to play.
Get a sleep like no other on an Heirloom mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom, the perfect sleep, night after night. At Home Sleep Express.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Planes, trains, and automobiles, all pretty common ways to get to work. But how about this, an inner tube? That's exactly how hundreds of people got to work today in Colorado, tubing down Boulder Creek. Some of them were even decked out in their workwear. This is an annual event thanks to two buddies who challenged each other back in 2008 to get to work without a car.
It's super fun and just crazy, and I love the costumes, and just it's a wild event.
Very cold water, hopefully somebody handing out some donuts or something, and just having a good time, and hopefully, like he said, not flipping over in the tube because it's cold.
Looks like they got the sunscreen on too. Not only does this event help the earth by cutting down on pollution, part of all ticket sales go to an organization that helps the homeless. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we return.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Explore our lighting showroom and check out our selection of over 50 in-stock Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. They help save on energy costs year-round while making your space comfortable. This Patriot Lighting 44-inch Minerva ceiling fan is $59.98 after rebate. Or get this Carlisle LED ceiling fan for $79.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. Number 1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
After an accident, you have an important opportunity to go after all the money you may be entitled to.
When it comes to motorcycle representation for accidents, only one firm comes to mind, Hupy and Abraham.
They're very well known for handling motorcycle cases. We knew that we could trust them. They got me way more than I thought I would get.
Bikers choose Hupy and Abraham because of the reputation of getting the best results of any other law firm.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Well, that was too close. If we keep waiting, it'll get one of us.
I know these things can be a real hazard, but groundwater does this to concrete all the time.
Water did this.
But it's okay. You can lift it back up.
Well, let's get lifting.
Let's do it.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. For a limited time, get $500 off any repairs when you call or go online today.
It's Hy-Vee's Big Beverage Sale this Friday through Sunday. Stock up on 6-pack bottles of Coke products, just $3.99 each when you buy 3. 24-pack Pepsi products, just $9.99. Stay hydrated with Gatorade 8-packs, just $5.48. Fuel your workouts or your work week with Monster, NOS, Full Throttle, or Alani Nu energy drinks, 3 for $5. Plus, save on Red Bull, Celsius, and more. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
All right, humidity is gradually building as we see temperatures reaching up to 88 degrees today. Tomorrow we'll pick up those numbers and kind of touch into around 90 degrees despite the rainfall on the way. In fact, that rainfall, as I told you, could be severe in nature in some cases. So expect 90s widespread across the weekend going into Monday and then cooling it down ever so slightly into Tuesday and into Wednesday.
All right, Art, thank you. And thank you for joining us. We will see you back here tonight. Have a great day.